Adidas and Puma, two of the world's most iconic sports brands. But did you know both of these giants are born out of a small, seemingly insignificant town in Germany? A place where their history is defined not by success, but by a shocking story of betrayal, sabotage, and a sibling rivalry like no other. This isn't just a story about shoes. It's about two brothers whose competition turned into a bitter feud, splitting families, communities, and shaping the future of the sports world. In 1898, Rudolf Dassler was born into a poor family in the small town of Herzogenaurach. 2 years later, his brother Adolf, or Addy, came into the world. Growing up wasn't easy for these two boys. Their father worked in a shoemaking factory, but his low wages couldn't support their growing family. Their mother, too, ran a small laundry business, cleaning clothes for the local townsfolk. Despite their struggles, the Dassler brothers quickly became known as the Laundry Boys, delivering laundry across town and learning the value of hard work. But the First World War changed everything. Drafted into the army, the brothers went off to fight for Germany. When they returned, the world was different. The German economy was in ruins, and their mother's laundry business had collapsed. But instead of giving up, Addy saw an opportunity to rise from the ashes. Addy had always been passionate about sports and dreamed of creating shoes that could give athletes an edge. He began experimenting, making his first pair of running shoes in his mother's small laundry shed. But the war had destroyed much of the town's
Addy's brother Rudy, the more extroverted of the two, saw the potential in his brother's creation.
Still, Addy quit his job and joined forces with battlefields. Rudy was the salesman, the face of the company, and he took the shoes to every sports club across Germany. The community knows they founded the Dassler Brothers Sports Shoe Factory in 1924. At first it was a perfect partnership. Addy focused on refining the designs, and Rudy sold the shoes far and wide. The company began to grow, and their business blossomed, moving from a small workshop to a fully fledged factory. But nothing lasts forever. Then came Adolf Hitler's rise to power, and the world changed. The Nazis weren't just interested in conquering Europe, they also sought to shape the nation's identity through sport and physical fitness. This sudden surge in demand for sports equipment would propel the Dassler brothers to global recognition. But as the brothers took their business to new heights, their personal differences began to grow. Both Addy and Rudy joined the Nazi Party. Some would say out of necessity, others claim it was for power. But what's clear is that the brothers' business benefited from the regime. The Nazi Party demanded sport and fitness to fuel national pride, and Addy and Rudy were there to deliver. The 1936 Olympics in Berlin, the perfect marketing opportunity. The brothers knew if they could get athletes to wear their shoes at the games, their brand would be unstoppable. Addy had a particular athlete in mind, Jesse Owens, an African-American athlete, a man who, despite the Nazis' beliefs, would go on to win 4 gold medals in front of Adolf Hitler himself. Addy took a huge risk, one that would define their future. He went to Jesse Owens and gifted him a pair of custom shoes. Owens accepted. The world watched as the fastest man on the planet sprinted to victory in shoes made by the Dassler brothers. The gamble paid off, but Rudy? He wasn't as thrilled. The support of a black athlete in Nazi Germany was a controversial move. This was the first sign that the brothers were on diverging paths. As the war progressed, the Dassler factory was repurposed to manufacture boots and weapons for Nazi soldiers. But the brothers' relationship continued to deteriorate. Addy focused on manufacturing, while Rudy, growing paranoid, feared losing control. Tensions boiled over in the factory and in their home, where both men were living under the same roof. One night during an air raid, Addy made a remark that would end their partnership forever. As bombs fell, Addy said, "The bastards are back again." Rudy, thinking it was aimed at him, left their shared household. From that moment on, they never spoke again. In 1948, after months of bitter arguments and accusations of betrayal, the brothers split. The company was divided into two. Addy founded Adidas, while Rudy went on to create Puma. The town of Herzogenaurach was divided along the river, with Adidas on one side and Puma on the other. The rivalry between the two companies didn't just affect the brothers, it split families, neighborhoods, even schools. People began to pick sides. It was a battle that would last for decades. one where the Dassler legacy would fuel both brands' rise to global dominance. With the brothers now bitter enemies, their companies went head-to-head in a race for dominance. The competition was fierce. Adidas gained traction, sponsoring major athletes, while Puma aggressively expanded its reach. Both companies became known for their innovative products, Adidas with its world-famous soccer cleats and Puma with its agility-focused design. But the real battle wasn't just on the field, it was in the marketing. In the 90s, both companies faced near bankruptcy, but new leadership brought fresh life. Adidas rebounded under Robert Ludraz, focusing on innovation and attracting global icons like David Beckham, Kobe Bryant, Andre Agassi. Meanwhile, Puma, led by Jochen Zeitz, carved out its niche by turning to fashion, by working with designers like Alexander McQueen, and partnering with celebrities like Rihanna. Puma redefined its image as more than just a sports brand. In 2009, the brands finally made peace, playing a friendly football match in their hometown. But even today, Herzogenaurach remains split. Adidas on one side, Puma on the other. The brothers may be gone, but their rivalry lives on. And as for the question of what could have been if they had worked together, we'll never know. But one thing's for sure, this is the story of two brothers, their rivalry, and how it shaped the world of sports forever.